you've done such a wonderful job getting yourself set up for workshop. Looks like everyone had their book basket set up. You all found a good spot for yourself. It can be your best reader today. Yesterday, we talked about how good readers have different strategies to help them decode words that they might not know while they're reading. Leave it be alone, but you leave us alone, I promise. We talked about different strategies for decoding words we don't know. We even got this awesome bookmark that we can keep with us to remind ourselves of these different strategies. And so today I want to teach you one of those strategies. I want to teach you that all readers look for smaller words inside bigger words to decode unknown words as they read. That means if we come to a word that we don't know, we kind of look inside that word, see if there's maybe a smaller word inside that word that we do know. That'll help us sound out or figure out the rest of the word. Let's say I come across this word when I'm reading. And I see that word, I think, I don't know what that word is. But I look at it, and I see, you know what? I see the word art in the middle of that word. And then I can use that art, that chunk that I do know, and help me sound out the rest of the words that arter, barter. That sounds like barter. And I can go back and read that whole word now that I've figured out a chunk of that word.
Is barter a word?
It's a word. Has anyone heard the word barter before?
No. I've heard of barter.
Barter, kind of trading or negotiating and making a deal. So that may be an example of a word that maybe we don't see a lot, but we recognize parts of it that will help us to decode it, to help us to read that word. And a good strategy is to always go back and reread a whole sentence. So if you get stuck on a word in the middle of the sentence, once you figure out that word, go back and read that whole sentence again. Come to I don't know. Remember Miss Tully's incredible storybook? Such a fun book. Reading along this page.
Miss Tully reads again.
Says, Miss Tully seemed very different from Zach's other. I don't know that last word in that sentence. I see the word each in the middle. I know the word each. Then we have the each or teachers. You know what? Miss Tully is a teacher, so I think teacher would make sense in that spot. So let's reread that sentence. It says, Mrs. Tully seemed very different from Zach's other teachers. So I paused at a word I didn't know, but then I found a word inside it that I did know. So I found a smaller word inside a bigger word to figure out what that word might be. And then I went back and double checked. Does that word make sense there? Remember, we don't just want to be guessing words that we don't know. A good reader always makes sure that the word they think they found makes sense in that sentence. Amanda?
I have that book too.
I want you guys to practice looking for smaller words inside bigger words.
Well, I see
So
one.
you are going to turn and talk with a partner. Each partnership will get a card that has a word on it. And each of these words, let's sit tight just 1 second, let me explain the directions first. So each of these words has a smaller word in it. And I want you guys to look for that smaller word inside that big word. Even if you do happen to know the word on your card, I want you to look for that smaller word inside of it. To practice, to get used to using this strategy of breaking down our words and looking for smaller, more familiar parts.
Frisbee. So there's B and fizz. Because it's that one is kind of would have been first. But that would have been so. Are you sure? Well, we also found I find it says T, but the T is wrong. Man at Or we, instead of starting out the rest, we could do 4 and then F. If this was an A, it would be man at T.
Why?
What?
Why?
Instead of because rest, there's you can do. But this is can.
2 vowels go walking.
That's not a word. Can't. You take out the H.
I've heard some really great discussions. Anyone to share the word on their card and what smaller word they found inside of it? Amanda, what word did you have on your card?
Frisbee.
Frisbee. Did you find a smaller word inside frisbee that helped you figure that out?
We found frizz and bee.
You found the word bee. Yeah, so is frizz, is that a word on its own though?
No.
No, so it might be able to sound it out. And I want to practice looking for a whole word, but you found the word bee, which helped you figure out frisbee. A great example. John, you guys had a really cool example because you found more than one smaller word inside your bigger word.
We found man, Anna, and age.
And what was your bigger word?
Manager.
So in the word manager, they found a few smaller words. They found man, or even just an. They found age.
We got Anna.
So there were different ways to break that down into smaller words. So that was a great example, guys, that you found more than one smaller word in your bigger word. Andre, what word did you guys have?
Target.
Target. And what smaller word did you find in target?
Get.
Get. So they found the word get in target. So they're familiar with that word get. They're able to figure out, oh, that first part is target. Exactly, Spencer, and even tar. That's another smaller word on its own. We can even put 2 smaller words together and target. Colin, what word did you guys have? Chant. And what smaller word did you find in chant?
So I found ant, and also if I took out the H from chant, I would find can't.
So you found the word and in chant, you're able to put that ch sound before and make chant. But we don't want to be taking out letters. We want to be able to decode the whole word. So it's kind of, I think we're kind of still thinking of maybe those anagrams we thought we can just mix up the letters. We want to be able to read it just as we see it without taking out letters. But that was good. I like that you found ant and word chant. Libby, what was your word? They had the word prophet, and they found the word pro at the beginning. They had the word fit, or you had it at the beginning. So again, there's okay, Dylan. they were even able to find a few smaller words again to help them figure out that bigger word. One more. Aslan, what word did you guys have? Inform. And what smaller word did you find in inform? You found the word in. You know that small word in, right there at the beginning of inform. Is there another word in there that you found? For or form. Another example. So we might even be able to find 2 or 3 different smaller words to help us figure out these bigger words. But then remember, once we figure out the smaller words, and you think you've decoded the bigger word, you have to go back and reread that sentence and think, does that word make sense here? So readers, today and forever, I want you to remember that a good reader knows that when they come to an unknown word, they can always pause to see if they can find a smaller word they do know inside their bigger word. So as we go off to our reading, I will set these word cards right here on this table. And if you used to have one, you can come and set it on the pile and get started.